Okay, here we go. So, I have two SATA cords, right?
Yep.
Flat.
Hey, we're back.
We're flat. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, guys. The phone is just like,
Yep.
oh, dude. Yeah,
Take
my.
that one, use that one. And
But there's also, here's the thing though. We've got two SATA cords, but one end is like this 90-degree thing, and then one end is this. Would this be more helpful?
no, 90 degree is stupid because of how it sits in the case. I would use flat on flat.
Okay, flat on flat. Okay, so one end of this goes where exactly? So one end of this goes into the drive, right?
Yep. And then one goes into the motherboard.
Up in the black little boxes next that are hidden by the graphics card, correct?
That is correct. What are you doing?
All right, so putting that in there, so that's into the drive. And this, does it matter like top or bottom box?
No, it doesn't matter.
So any of those four slots right there, I can just put this into.
Any of those four slots.
All right.
Kimubot just asked if you liked what you see. Follow, subscribe. Do you like seeing him be online? Because that's the real question.
So much love. What's a SATA 0 and a SATA 1? I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're plugged into the drive. We got that. So now we need the cord that goes from that to the power, correct? And we're going to use this one that's got the multiple prongs. So this one's, where on the box does it need to plug into exactly? So,
Wherever it fits.
well, I mean, you've got, there's basically two slots at the top that it can fit into. Or actually, there's three. So there's one that says peripheral and SATA, right? And there's two
So
different
put on
slots.
the SATA one. Don't let the SATA put it there.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's two right next to each other, so does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
All right. So I'm in that. All right. And then this is going to go to the drive, and then there's screws in the bottom of the drive, so I'm obviously screwing this into something.
Yep.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, Solid likes to build his PCs in a more professional way. I like to stick things in and make it work. So we
Okay.
have two very different ways of building things.
So after we get done with this, I'll touch bases with him and correct everything that was wrong here.
Nothing is wrong. It's just some things are more.
Okay, there's a lot of unrestricted wires, but okay, whatever. All right, now where's this drive going?
You see the front of it? There should be a Okay, Holly, that's
There's
not-
four screws on the back of it, so obviously it screws to something.
Yeah. So you see the front is there should be like a shelf
Like
there.
this,
Put it on the shelf.
this.
That sounds about right because put it in there. So no. It's on the inside. There's kind of like trays on the inside of that. So if you actually go to the front of the case, I'm sure something comes out that you're able to pull it out. Or you can pull the trays out through the back. I don't know, but there should be trays in there.
Okay, yeah, I see trays.
Yep. So take the tray out.
Okay. All right. Why can't I put it in here? It fits right there.
Oh, so now you like turtles, Dova?
Hey,
First, you want to make
hey,
turtles.
explain to me why I can't put it here.
I can't see where here is.
I'm pointing right at it.
Oh, because that's not where it goes.
Well, what goes there? Because it looks like this slides right there perfectly. I mean, it literally looks like it fits perfectly right there. Like it was
Maybe it
made
does.
for it. There's screw flush. The screws are flush with it and everything.
Then maybe it does. I've never had a case where that works, but that could work.
That literally looks like it was made for that, guys. Am I
Do it.
bullshitting right now?
Just do it.
All right, I'm doing it. Hang on. Shia. All right. So that's going in here this way. It is upside down. That is going to bug me, but whatever. And then I'm guessing screws are in the little thing that came in the case, right?
The SS trays, apparently the SSD tray slides off. So,
I don't know what that means.
That's all I know.
The cables need to come off, so the SSD tray slide. Oh, so this whole thing comes off. Oh shit! Good call out, dude. Holy good deal. All right, so I could flip it around in theory, right, like that, and put it in this way, and then it would work, right? Or no? Yeah. No. Never mind. I'm stupid. So still needs to go that way. But I at least can screw it in the right way. Let's see if this works. I hear the whispering, Holly. You're not being subtle.
Asking about a coaster. Go baby.
Don't bow to him and his coasters, okay? He's got a coaster ship, okay? It's like a dictatorship, but a coaster ship.
That's very true. He trained me.
Don't go to the dark side, Holly. God. We've already established that certain traits of his are negative.
I think coasters are a good trait to have because you don't get circles.
All
on your
right,
table.
Sheldon
Like a
Cooper.
pool.
No, that does not appear to be the right screw, but it's like the smallest screw I got. I guess in theory that I can make that work. Okay. Putting this in. High quality content for the viewership. Tune in. What is Chuck gonna screw up today? Hi everybody. Welcome to Chuck Screws Up. All right, so that's in. I'm gonna put this back and then slide that. And then cables. So that goes in that way. I guess I could. Wouldn't it make more sense to put, never mind, I just did this the hardest way possible. Please don't judge me.
It's only a lot of judging.
Yeah, I just did this like the absolute hardest way possible.
Hey, this is what quality content is, okay?
Yeah. Idiot. Okay. That's not. Yeah, no, there we go. It appears to be in there. That's in there. Alright, we're putting that back on. And we're sliding. Come on, get back. Get back. You don't know me like that. Okay. Okay, lots of wires. OCD killing. Okay, now what?
That's plugged into the motherboard and into the power supply, right?
Correct. So, and we have wires everywhere.
Yeah, you can worry about that later. So
Oh,
let's go.
the OCD-ness. Oh, the OCD. Anyway, carry on. What are we doing?
So now we need to plug the case into the motherboard with a lot of small pieces.
Okay.
Where that is hiding is the bottom right of the motherboard. Do you see a bunch of kind of black boxes again?
I see. Hang on. So, you see my finger? There's two little SATA-looking plugs, and then there's a multi-prong thing at the bottom.
Yep, those are the multi-prong things is what you want now.
Okay.
And are there cables that came through the case? Like on the case right now?
The cables on the case right now that are like on it.
Yeah,
Like on the back side, maybe? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. There should be a couple cords.
Let me see.
Yep, USB, auto, and power switch.
Alright, so yes, there's some blue ones and some other ones.
So this is where you want to look in the motherboard manual and see what goes where.
Okay.
If they don't have it kind of printed on the ports.
Okay.
Because if you get this wrong, your computer won't start up because it does not read the power.
Okay, so let me close this, and I'm gonna flip it around the other side and identify what we're looking at. Okay, so here's one. Here's my other. Uh-oh, where'd you go? You may have misplaced. Anyway, I'll find it later.
You're getting way ahead of yourself there, Solid. First thing you have to do is get this thing running. Yes.
Oh God, please don't get in a nerd argument. Okay, we're flipped around. Alright, let's get some light. Actually, do I have a USB I can plug this into? Because if so, this light would help actually. Yep, here we go. Please work.
I try to be as helpful as I can. Stop fighting me. Oh, hi.
That's not gonna work. Hang on. Bear with me 1 second. I need to find a thing to plug a USB in, and I'll be right back. Turtle, entertain them. Go.
Hi. Well, that's rude. So how's everyone doing? Is there power for the fan hub?
Okay.
What do you mean by fan hub, Solid? Because we still have to plug in one of the case fans. We have yet to do that. The CPU fan is plugged in. I don't know if there's any other fans outside of the one fan.
Isn't there a case fan?
Yep, we're gonna have to plug in the case fan after too.
Okay. All right, that lighting helps a lot, actually. Okay. So, Jesus Christ, we got a ton of little cords here. Okay. I'm just gonna undo this. Okay, that is linked to that.
So the hub of fan connectors, I'm guessing you're talking about is the kind of little fan sticker thing.
So that's fine. That goes to something. And this goes to something. Alright. So there's a free cord to something. I guess I should just undo this and then I can redo it. Right? Okay, so here's three major things. Or four major things. So little guy, it says 2 motherboard CPU fan. Okay. So let's stick him through there. Or should I go up through the top with this? Does it matter?
Motherboard CPU fan.
This one says to motherboard CPU fan right here.
Huh.
See?
And I'm guessing that's probably the power cord for that. That's a power cord.
Okay.
That's weird.
So I'm going to feed that up there because I think the fan cord power is actually at the top, if I remember correctly. These are going to go through the bottom, I guess.
Oh yeah, that needs to get plugged on the bottom there, yep.
So all those are going to go through the bottom. The only thing that makes me curious is I have these two ones right here that appear to be, what's this say? This says connect this connector with Fantex multicolor LED strips only. So don't have to worry about that.
You have LED strips. Do you have LEDs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Huh.
There's no LEDs in this case, so I guess if you did a later add-on, you would add that, right?
Yeah, I would assume so, yeah.
Okay. And then this one says 12 volt input 416. Was that relevant?
I don't think so. Apparently, Solid is saying that's another SATA power connector.
Does
So
it-
I don't think we.
Does it
care
need to
about that.
be solid? Does it need to get connected to anything? Or is this
I don't
just
think so,
extra
because
in
we already
case, like, later on? He says yes. What's it need to get connected to?
Good thing we have him, because apparently I'm just failing here.
No joke, Turtle. I'm starting to learn a lot about you tonight. So where does it, solid, where does it need to connect to? There usually is no in cases. SATA power cable from the PSU. So this connects to the SATA power cable to the PSU. Okay. So I guess I'm just going to push that through. I'll figure out what to do with that in a minute.
Oh, so we would use, that's kind of the case gave us a free power supply sort of thing, if we wanted to use it.
Okay, but that is actually probably going to be the thing that connects to this little connection here that powers the rest of the stuff. Am I wrong? From this case?
Oh, I've never seen a case with that little connecty thing there.
So it's like its own little fuse box that
It's got-
provides
yeah.
a secondary power connection. So I don't have multicolored LED strips, so I don't have to worry about that because I'm not fancy like that. So that is basically all the connections that I see back here that do not have an actual plug at the moment. But here's, no, that's the same deal. And there's just more of these little connections that you can connect to, I guess. I think you could probably connect little LED strips to some of these, is my thought process.
That would make sense, yeah.
All right, so since I'm not doing that, though, I'm going to secure you right there. I think I'm good to flip it around.
I think so too.
Okay. So we're flipping around again. Oh, shit. Why so heavy? Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. All right, we're back. All right, opening up the case. All right, there's that. Okay. So,
So you see the blue colored one?
yes, that goes right there, I'm guessing. Correct?
If you point to right there, and yep, that goes there.
It's the only connector I see that it could fit to.
Yep, so chuck it in there.
All right, let's see. Let's wiggle this around. Come on, buddy, work with me. You go right there, like. There we go. All right. Okay, that's in. And then we got this little guy. These two super skinny little cords that say Power SW HD LED Plus.
Yep, so those go to the right of the blue cord just plugged in the retrospective areas. That's where they either have it labeled on the plug or it is in the motherboard manual and it'll tell you which ones to plug it into.
Okay, because I was about to say, because the only two to the right of the blue plug are SATA connected looking things, not what this would be at all.
It should be the two SATA looking things to the right. That some things go in the right place.
Hang on. Here's the third one. Alright, so all three of these. It says reset SW. I think your right is my left. Hang on. Where's the motherboard guide thing? Okay. What the heck did I do with it? Is it behind here? Is this it? Nope. It's Corsair. What do I do with it? It's huge. Ah, here it is. Okay. So what am I looking for?
There should be a diagram of the motherboard that shows you.
Like what everything is? Oh, here you go. Here's something. Here's connecting the front panel header. That's what all of these power SW reset little plugs look like they go to. But where's the diagram? Power switch, reset, power LED, and HDD LED. I see off the labels of these so far, I just see reset SW, I see HDD LED, and power SW, and then this one says PWM hub 12 volt input. But I don't see this diagram.
Alright, I do. It is on apparently page 5.
Page 5.
Yep.
Okay. Page 5 looks like that, but it's literally back panel connectors. Doesn't actually have a picture.
Okay, that's definitely not it. Well, I can send you another link. Let's see. I'll send it to Discord this time.
Okay,
So
wait.
that way it doesn't break your phone.
Let me get my other phone. Alright.
Or, unless you want to look, it's called Connecting the Front Panel Header. Is the title section.
Okay, that's installing motherboard. Installing a graphics card. Connecting front panel header. Quick start V. So yeah, but it doesn't. It says JFP1. So that says pump fan, system fan, JUSB1. Okay. So you take all of these guys. There should be 4. Am I missing one? Where did it go? Ah, there it is. Okay. No, it's 3 still. Where the hell is the 4th one? Oh, motherfucker.
It's okay. It's okay, Vic. I know how to do this. I know commands.
What's this? Hang on, what's this go to? This says to motherboard CPU fan. Is there space to put this into a CPU fan? Alright, we'll worry about that in a minute. Alright. So there's a positive and a negative on both of these, and they go horizontal. So power LED goes on the top. I don't see the power LED thing. That's the problem. I see power SW, which is the power switch, I'm guessing, which
Yeah.
goes to the right
so that
side.
goes right side on the top.
Yeah, and they all go on USB 1. So that one goes right here. Okay. So power SW goes right there. And then right underneath it is power reset. So that one goes, that's reset SW goes right there.
Make sure the positive and negative set correctly.
How the hell do you
Most
tell the
people
positive
pull
and,
them.
how do you know the positive and
There
negative?
should be a plus and minus on the actual cords to know which was positive and negative.
Oh, me motherfucker. I see just a little arrow. I don't see a plus and a minus. Yeah, I literally see no plus signs.
I guess if you put it on, it doesn't work. That means you have it backwards.
Is it gonna blow it
So-
up? Is it gonna blow anything up if it's not on there? Right?
No, it just won't turn on.
Okay, well I can deal with that then, as long as it doesn't blow anything up. Power SW on top, reset SW on the bottom.
Yep.
And then, okay, get in there. Okay, and then power HD.
That goes in the
HD
bottom,
LED is bottom, and then I'm missing one somewhere.
which that's probably still stuck in the back of the case. The power LED,
Yeah.
which I mean, ultimately doesn't matter to get it running, but it's
Might
nice
as
to
well,
have. So
might as well get it while I'm here though. All right, let's see.
Oh,
if I
yeah.
can find it. Motherfucker. It's never easy, is it? Okay. Let's see. Power LED. Where are you?
and you know you're looking for it too, because it's gonna look like the other ones.
Yeah, which is. Okay, let's unplug you. See, this is PWM hub, so that's not it. That one's plugged in. That one's
That's
plugged in.
definitely not it.
Are you hidden? Like what's happening?
Hey, fellas.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
I'm good.
All right, wait. What are these guys? This says HD audio, USB.
Yeah, that has to go down to the motherboard as well.
Okay, so we're unplugging you here. I'm pulling you back over here, and you're going in the bottom.
Audio should be JAUD1. See the holes above that big hole? You use it. Thread them through those little holes.
These ones? Sorry, hang on. These guys?
Quite a bit of lag, I think, on the video.
Yeah, unfortunately. Alright, so this is USB panels only. I'm missing a little something. What's this going to? Alright, this is connected to a fan. This is connected to something.
Also, completely side note that's unrelated to the PC at all. I like your paint picture thing above it, above your.
Oh, the three phase. Thanks. Just wait until you see what I plan on doing with this stuff once I get it. Wait, did we just find something? No, never mind. Alright.
Yeah, pull it all apart. See what's coming from where.
Alright, so this is that LED thing, which I just don't care about. This is coming from the front. It's plugged into this. Alright, that's going somewhere weird. What's this little guy?
So does the top of the case have, like, fan control?
It's got a power button, and that's all I can see on top of the case at the moment. It doesn't look like a fan control, no. I'm literally missing a little guy, which I don't understand where he is.
Little guy, always most important.
I know, it's that one little guy.
Always the most important guy.
Oh man, it's a whole party now.
I know, right? Wait. What are
We
you? Where are you?
were in a group chat, so we thought we'd come and pop over and see you.
Why, thank you. You're so kind. Got little wires. What are you going to?
You're from moral support, Chuck. You can do this. We believe in you.
Why, thank you. I think you have way too much confidence.
I don't.
All right. What the heck, man? Where'd you go?
Oh, that's tasty.
Alright, you're a little guy.
Yep, the case manual. That'll tell you
Yeah, let me find it.
that are
Where is
coming
it?
out of the case.
Oh, that's a different voice. Hi,
Please
different
don't
voice.
say. Please don't say I'm from New Zealand.
From
Okay.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Mr. Royal.
Case.
Okay. Where are you from?
Next door.
Excuse me, what?
Next door to New Zealand.
Australia.
But that's too simple
Yeah.
to solve.
Alright, let's see. Alright. To motherboard. It says connections to motherboard. Power SW, HD LED, HD audio, and USB 3. So there's only... Okay. Power SW, HD LED, HD audio, USB 3. And then to PSU, 12 volt SATA input. And then to Fantex RGB LED strips. I don't have LED strips. I mean, a box.
So they must be built into the case.
You think so? So that's got to go to... We'll worry about that later. So yeah, I'm not seeing this fourth one that we're looking for. It only looks like there's like 3. So we may not have the fourth one,
Oh, that's weird.
right? I mean, I'm not seeing the fourth. What are we looking for? The power...
The power LED.
I thought we had the power LED.
No, the
Power LED, that's just a light for the power switch.
Because, like, guys, here, hang on, let me show you. So, here's the connections page, right? It's only got a power SW, an HDD LED, HD audio, and USB 3.0 going to the motherboard. Then the PSU is getting 1 cord. And then you got the LEG. So, it doesn't look like it's got the extra cord that I'm looking for.
Well,
Am I-
plug in the other 2 that you just showed up front.
Okay.
And worry about the power LED later. Because
Yeah, it probably doesn't have it.
not useful.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird because, like, this case doesn't seem to have certain things, and then it has other things that are just weird.
Yeah. Which honestly, you might not have a power thing for.
Which is fine. I just want to make sure that everything that needs to be plugged in is plugged in.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I've got everything running to where it needs to go to. Wait, is this free floating? Nope. We're gonna rotate it back around. All right. So we're back. I've got this is the PWM hub. So this needs to go to the actual power.
Yeah, it just connects to that SATA power cable, the big one.
Oh, the
Yeah,
big
right
one.
hand.
So if I plug it in like right here, it would work. Like
Yeah, you
next to
can go on any
SSD.
of those plugs.
So if I plug that in, that should work, right? In theory. And then I've got HD audio, which needs to plug into. What is that manual
HD
say?
audio is generally on the bottom left corner of the motherboard. It should be JAUD1.
Let's see. I've got JAUD1 over here on the far left. Yep. So,
You see that little hole above the power supply? You can probably route it through that.
okay. So let me pull that back out and see if I can put that back in that way. There we go. Come on. Alright, we're in. Okay. So I'm gonna plug you in right here. Oh, come on. Jesus.
There's a missing pin for orientation.
Aha. Upside down.
Yeah, it helps when you put it in the right way.
Yeah, you know, that's a thought. Recommended. There we go. There we go. Perfect. We're in. Alright, HD's in. And then,
USB 2.0 should be
yep,
much next to that somewhere.
like a JRGB1 or something like that. Does that sound right?
JUSB something.
JUS.
Looks a bit like the audio.
Yeah, here we go. Got it.
Plus,
It's got that
there's
one.
good spots, so
It's got that one pin missing kind of deal. Come on. Why are you not? Okay, this is like backwards. the pin missing is never going to be in the right spot. What the hell? This is like a game of really messed up Jenga or something. How do I get that to work with no pin there? Maybe I think it's only going to be able to go in JUSB 2 because that's the only.
do put in that one.
That's the only one that it fits in. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it fit in the JSUSB 2. It did not fit in the JSUSB 1 for some reason.
Okay.
Okay, so it's in.
What else is there?
And I think that's.
I don't think there's anything else. I think that's just what the whole
Well,
shebang is.
we've got this one that is like it says it's the 12 volt input 416, and it looks like another SATA cord. So technically, could I plug it right in here to the SATA thing and it work?
Yeah, if it'll fit.
Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So that's in. What's this? This says to motherboard CPU fan.
Which I don't know what that is because your CPU fan's already plugged into the motherboard.
Yeah, so where would I plug? I mean, is there even a place to plug this into?
There is one more thing you have to plug in. Your actual fan on your case. There should be a cord coming from that.
Yeah, there's a little one coming from that back here, going this way.
So somewhere on the fan, so you know what the fan cord looks like. Underneath the Tomahawk Max black box thing, there should be another place you can plug a fan into.
Yeah, there's a system fan.
Yep, plug that fan into there.
Okay, so where is the end of this cord is the question.
So unless that goes to the back of the case where apparently all the fans are plugged into.
Yep, that is literally exactly where that's going.
So I don't know where to plug that because I've never had that on a case before.
Could I plug this right here into that system fan spot on the motherboard?
Does it give an explanation of this fan hub thing in the case book?
Let me see. Apparently it's got a reservoir bracket for a water cooling station.
Ooh, fancy.
Okay, here we go. It is the PWM hub installation optional.
Oh, so bypass it. Who cares about it? Nobody wants it.
It says SATA 12 volt power unit. It has fan 4, fan 5, fan 6. So technically I could just plug this fan into one of those fan slots, right?
So what that is if you put more fans in your case, because your case can hold probably another 4 or 5 fans, instead of the motherboard having to have all those fan plugs, it all goes to the back of the case, and then one singular plug goes into the motherboard.
But I guess my question is though, if I take this 4-pin plug and plug it into that 6-fan slot, it's going to get power from the PWM hub because I have it plugged into the SATA right here. And so technically it would work in theory, right?
Yeah, in theory it would work, so you can do that too.
But what are they talking about with the CPU fan header? They make any mention of why that's a connection for?
It says connecting the PWM hub functions optimally when modulated by a PWM signal from the motherboard, which will allow the greatest control range. However, not all 4-pin motherboard connectors implement the PWM signal modulation. Connecting to the 4-pin CPU fan, and it tells you how to do it. Connecting to the 4-pin to the other 4-pin header besides the CPU fan.
Yeah.
So what I think
The option.
is that it takes the hub goes into the CPU fan cable spot, and then you plug the CPU fan into the hub, and the hub controls everything. Good night, Vic. Controls everything.
Good night, Vic.
From the
Thanks for tuning in.
fan. So what I would do is I would completely bypass the hub altogether. I would unplug the case fan and plug that into the motherboard directly and completely avoid it because you don't have enough fans to, in my opinion, make it worthwhile.
Okay, so all I need to do in this situation is
You need to.
all I need to do is just unplug the case fan from that hub and plug it into the fan slot on the motherboard, and then that should be it, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
If it fits, if it reaches.
Let's see. It should be because it's just connected through the back here. So.
I feel like it's further to get to the hub than to get to the spot on the motherboard.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it would appear. Is there a method to this?
Yank really hard and hope it doesn't break. But don't do that. That's kind of a bad idea. But
Oh, turtle. Alright, here's case fan. Yeah, we got plenty of room for this now. Alright, so this, in theory, should go to this service fan slot right here, right?
and then just make sure that cable doesn't get caught in any fans at all. So this might be one you actually want to cable manage right away.
Let's see if I can feed this back through and I can just secure it to with the tie down back there.
Yep.
Alright, there we go.
Alright, so let's go over what we all did to make sure we didn't miss a step once you're done with that.
Alright, hang on one sec. Alright, so we're gonna secure you down here. And then just for safety, we're gonna do you one more time. Down here. Okay. And we're just gonna grab this clump of bullshit. pretend like this never happened. And that's going there. The OCDness is just dying. A little part of me just died inside. You're going there. Okay. You're going here. Alright. So everybody's pretty much prepped. Alright, let's talk through what we have here.
Alright, so what we did is we put the CPU on the motherboard.
Mm-hmm.
We put the fan on the CPU.
Mm-hmm.
We plugged in the fan.
Mm-hmm.
Then we attached 2 power cords to the CPU from the power supply. No, we plugged 2 cords on the motherboard from the power supply.
Mm-hmm.
We plugged in the case settings. We plugged in the USBs, and we plugged in the fans on the motherboard. We also plugged in the graphics card, as well as plugging in a power supply on the graphics card. We set up the SSD. I think we're good to go. We can turn this bad boy on.
Just with this fan hub that we connected it to SATA power, are we using anything that's connected to that fan hub?
We are not.
I'd probably suggest pulling the power out on it then.
Okay. Alright.
I think it's a good
The only thing I can see though is that there's like 4 connectors still on it.
Yeah, and I think they run to these backside. There's something back in here that it's plugged into. I just can't see exactly what it's plugged into.
Do you have any fans on the front of your case?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, it looks like there's 2 fans on the front case.
So you do want to use the hub then, because okay.
So what is that? What do we need to do with that then?
So what you would want to do is undo what you just did.
Okay. And then
well,
plug this piece into where I have it currently plugged in now. So plug.
So I guess it depends on what you want to do tonight, because right now you could unplug the hub altogether and just ignore the 2 front fans for the time being and get the PC up and running, and then plug in the 2 fans when you have free time. You could do
And
it
just
now.
experiment with it.
Yeah, because right now it's gonna run, and it shouldn't overheat at all with just the CPU fan and the rear fan with what you're gonna be doing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can plug it back into the hub and make sure and get all of it up and running right now. It's really your call.
Let's go big or go home. Why not? So I'll unplug this. I'll take this and plug it into here. Right? So I'll take what we just did, reverse it, and then take the existing CPU fan thing for that hub and plug it into this access fan area. Is that correct?
Yes, that sounds about right.
Okay. The only issue I foresee is I am not going to be able to reach it the way it is currently wired. Alright, so we got this. From here, maybe I can go in this way. Ooh. That is not going to reach at all.
Does it reach the CPU where the CPU fan's plugged into?
Yes. So I can switch them.
So on the back, on the hub, is there a spot for the CPU fan to be plugged into?
Yeah, there's like 6 fan slots.
Okay, yeah, plug the CPU fan onto that slot.
Only problem we're going to run into is the CPU cable is not long enough to be able to reach that hub.
Don't you have an extender? Put the silent extender on there.
Yeah, but that turns it, well, yeah. I mean, that only gives me like that much. Let's
Do
try
you
it.
need that much?
I don't know, let's see. Oh, yeah.
Well, that sounds promising. Real promising.
All right.
As long as the CPU fan has PWM function, should be alright.
Okay.
You don't want it bring its bell off 100%. But you also don't want it just sitting on like 1,000 RPM if the CPU's at 80 degrees or something.
Yeah. Okay. So this
What
needs to go
CPU
back.
is it?
Yeah, this needs to go. This is coming from.
Does anyone know what CPU it is?
Yeah, it's the Ryzen 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems like a small heatsink and fan for 7.
All right, let's get them that way. Okay. All right. So that's the CPU fan. And that can go in here. And this can
If you are going to run the CPU fan to the hub, just make sure that that signal wire that's labeled CPU_fan goes back up onto the header.
Yeah, so this one says motherboard CPU fan. So this one needs to go back to the actual
Yeah.
motherboard. So okay, this one can go to down here.
That's where the hub gets the sensor CPU, whether to ramp up the fan or not.
Got it. All right.
Is it a Noctua cooler, is it?
What was that?
Is it a Noctua CPU cooler?
Yeah, it's not the one that came with it. It's that aftermarket. It's a nice one.
Damn, man. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna bump you. There we go.
Alright, I think it's time to plug her in and see if she runs.
Yep. Let me just finish plugging this stupid fan in. There we go. Alright, now this needs to go in here. Actually, right here. And that goes to the motherboard. Alright. I have too big of fingers for this.
You have a daughter. Use her. I totally trust young kids with computers.
Yeah, I would totally let my 2-year-old mess with my multi-$1,000 computer that I pay for. Let's see.
Oh, easy peasy. Hands down. Without thinking twice.
Yeah, right? How many children do you have?
0. Well,
Yeah,
can't
right.
count animals. Because I have 3 then.
I mean,
4. Oh yeah, Rudy.
argument can be made.
He's probably Rudy.
Alright.
Upstairs.
Good Lord, man.
Gosh.
Jesus Christ. Just connect. Here we go. Nope. How aggravating is this to watch? There we go, come on. You know you want to. Oh my God.
Once Chuck gets his computer up and running, I'll just
There we go. Boom. Okay. We're in, we're connected, nothing's next to a fan blade.
Alright.
We appear to be set.
Alright, plug her in. Let's see this. Getting excited here. I've been excited, but I'm getting excited.
Power cord. I do.
I saw two fancy dancy monitors over there. Could you gotta plug in a keyboard and mouse too?
Yep, got a keyboard and
Yeah,
mouse
if
too.
you've got 'em.
Yep.
I was gonna say, if you can't plug in the power cord, that's probably the easiest part of this whole thing.
Haha! I can do at least one thing. Okay.
I mean, you just built a PC allegedly, so. Oh, Bentley, why?
Okay.
Awful. I do.
Okay. We're plugged in. Plugged in. Okay. What's happening? Anything? Nope. I don't think anything is happening, guys.
Is the switch on the back turned on?
Yeah, just push the switch. Plugged into power.
Because there's an on-off switch on the power block too, not just a plug-in.
Oh, on the actual power block?
On the actual power block.
Oh. Yeah, I've got it on the power block. Other than on the back here, right? Other
On
than,
the back, there should be an on-off switch as well.
yeah, I've got that, and then an on-off switch. Where's the other on-off switch?
Just there's just one
Top
on
of the
the
case,
power
or-
supply unit, and then you have to turn it on the PC. You know what that means, Chuck? Then
We are not.
is there a light on your motherboard at all? Normally, if the motherboard is in power, there's a light.
That would be a negative Ghost Rider. I see no lights.
We got the power on the outlet.
Yeah, it's the outlet power on.
Yeah, outlet power is on.
Okay.
Got the 24 pin connected.
Yep, we have two powers connected on the motherboard. The really big one on the right, and then the one on the upper left that people tend to forget about.
Well, if there's no lights on the board,
Mm-hmm.
then the board may not come with lights.
The other option is that your positive negative on the power switch is wrong. So flip that bad boy around and see if that fixes it. You know what I'm talking about there, Chuck?
Negative Ghost Rider. What the hell are you talking about?
You know, on the bottom right of the motherboard, those pins that you had to plug into,
Mm-hmm.
the power SW. See if that switch that around because there was a positive and a negative. Maybe plug the positive and the positive and the negative and the positive. You know what I mean?
Okay. So these little baby pins is what you're saying?
Those little baby pins is what I'm saying.
All right. Let's flip it. So that one's flipped. That one. And there we go. All right, everything has been flipped the other way.
Alright, let's give her hell.
Plugging back in. plugged. Nothing.
Nothing.
What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell?
Alright, plug. What's
Try
up?
seeing if your big pin is actually pushed in on the motherboard really well.
Which big pin?
The one on the right middle.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, the really annoying one that you... Is it not in? So I assume they have kind of a latch on one side of it, and if the latch is not latched on,
Yeah, it appears to be latched on.
okay, then that should be good to go. Now check the upper left-hand one too, up there.
This one. Yeah, it appears to be on there.
And then, is it plugged into the power supply? That's the next question. I assume so. But
Yeah, that appears to be plugged in. That is plugged in. That's going there. That's going there. Nothing, guys.
well, Solid, do you know what it could be? Because
Power supply is that a TX? It says.
Yeah, TX 650M Corsair.
And that 24-pin motherboard cable that comes down, it just comes down to a one solid plug to the power supply.
Yeah, on the back side, it's just one solid power cord. Yep.
If I had the motherboard manual, is there anything in the manual that says that there's any LED warning lights or
Let's see.
a green light? It's an MSI, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
E550 or X570?
Turtle, do you know?
wait, what? What is what?
What's the motherboard model?
Is the MSI B450 Tomahawk Max?
Yep.
I like the power on instructions. It says plug in, turn on. It's like, yes, thank you for that instructions. I would have missed that.
Yeah, it's literally, I mean, that's the extent of on page 11. Maybe we try it without the whole fan thing.
Just make sure the CPU fan is plugged in. That's all that I care about. Because if the CPU fan isn't plugged in, then you're going to have issues.
Okay, so
So let me
CPU
get
fan. I'm just thinking like pull the CPU fan. So we plugged in right here. But
How do you have the power supply plugged in? Has it got like a power ball
it's
extension lead?
power source is plugged into a like a power strip.
Is that the only thing plugged into it?
It's got a couple other things plugged into it.
They're working?
Yep.
SIs give me anything on their side. They're not even showing me drivers.
I can plug what right here. This is where this goes, right? Motherboard. Okay. That's in there. That's in there. I'm getting absolutely nothing here.
Looks like their website's down for their support tab.
Of course it is.
Yeah, but timing.
Let me try to direct plug it into an outlet. Let's go to that.
I would still have a look at that front panel connector for the switch.
So this,
Room for error there. You could always eliminate the switch by just shorting the two power switch pins. They don't necessarily have to be positive and negative.
guys, would this be an issue? I don't know. It's just, again, I have no idea. But can you see this where that one metal pin hub is missing? Can you see that?
Yeah,
Is that a factor?
maybe.
I think I've seen it before. In that motherboard manual, it will show you the pin out for the plug for that socket. And you should be able to find if there's like a null, like a terminal there. Never really had to look for that plug. I know the motherboard manuals, they'll list out like the wiring for every plug. Oh. So I just come back to life.
Whoops.
I've downloaded it 4 times.
There we go.
An ATX 24. Can you give me a rough idea what side it's on and how many pins down?
How many pins down? That one is a null.
Yeah.
So if you're looking where the clip is on the right hand side, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down on the right
So
hand
pretty
side.
much in the center of the clip.
Like 2 down for the center of the clip.
So they count the. Let me have a look at how you're. Can you show me it again? What's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah. Hang on.